Yesterday was like an expose of what Homa Bay County is and is all about. Because the Homa Bay County that we used to think is the center of Nyanza. Because you were saying Ruto has maybe overworked in Homa Bay than all the other counties. Because Ruto has always been Homa Bay with Gladys Wanga. But yesterday, when they barricaded roads, when they put stones on the roads, from morning, when they started fighting against each other, against supporters of Linda Mwananchi, so that BABU Owino, Sifuna and Babu cannot go through the highways, the Homa Bay, then these guys had to go to a plan B. And this just show you that this is a different breed of politics. So we want to talk about the state of Homa Bay Town. Homa Bay Town as Yemen, as Afghanistan. And why a county in this country that their leaders are continuously saying that they are in broad-based, the government is overworking there. And in real sense, the government has only done roads in towns. But what about the rural areas where most people live in? What about the roads in other parts? And why are MCAs and county not doing the small feeder roads, that the panya roads that the Linda Mwananchi were using? Because those were pathetic roads. So viewers, welcome to One Ball Brain. My name is Homa Brand, and as always, remember to subscribe to our channel. That is how you support us. And also viewers, most of you watch and forget to subscribe. So please hit that notification bell so that we post a video. When we post a video, you may be able to get it. And also, I want you to leave a comment and tell us, what do you think? Because yesterday, for the first time, we were able to follow up the journey of Linda Mwananchi through the Homa Bay County. And that county is underdeveloped. The first governor, man, what did the first governor even? What was the first governor doing? And then what is the current governor doing? The CS mwenye anasema wamewekewa pesa, wako in charge ya pesa. What are you doing to help your people, man? Roads. Ulikuwa nasikia Kimani Ichung'wah had allocated so many roads in. Sama Atandi ndio chair wa hiyo committee ya budget. Why are they not allocating roads in Homa Bay? Especially rural areas, because those areas, when roads are done, it can improve the state of those areas. Water projects. What is the government doing about water? Energy. Opio undai. Energy. Because we were looking at the state of Homa Bay County, man. Homa Bay County inakaa Yemen, inakaa Afghanistan. Wanaweza kuja wakiti huko hata movies zile za US, zile za terrorist. Because it's dusty. It has nothing. It's just bare land. Roads are poor. So we are asking again the leaders of Homa Bay, what have you been doing since independence? Because I'm ready to blame the national government. I saw Miguna saying, oh, Mwai Kibaki, Uhuru and wherever, walikuwa wameacha Homa Bay, wameacha Nyanza, it's underdeveloped. No, but Nyanza has had leaders for all those years. Nyanza had leaders for all those years. Na kuna do, kama kwa mfano devolution vile tangu ikuje, money has been coming to counties. In most counties, MCAs and counties are building feeder roads. Mbona huko kwenyu MCAs na counties ya build even those feeder roads? Hizo barabara ndogo ndogo hizo zina connect to the main one. Huko counties zimefungua barabara mingi, county alone, county itself na MCAs wamefungua barabara zile zenye hata kitambo zilikuanga two parts. They have been opened up by the county. So I'm wondering, and that is Busia. Where we are saying Busia even kazi jafanywa vizuri, kazi jafanywa. We have seen MCAs and county wakitengeneza barabara. Roads are passable. But what you were seeing in Homa Bay County, those roads were really underdeveloped. And I'm just wondering, schools, are there enough schools? Are there enough hospitals? And the distance between a school and the people, I think there are huge distances. I know people are sparsely populated. I don't know how it works, but also you need to question it. You need to question schools. Hospitals are there. Are they close to the people? Are they well equipped? Because you just look at the condition of the roads and you feel that these people have really been neglected. Na ni kama wasi wakiamua kufanya ma meetings, wanafanya tu ma meetings za huko town. Wakienda huko ushago watuonyeshi. And so, since they blocked the roads, Linda Mwananchi had to give us a tour of what Homa Bay County is about. And we realized that we cannot be voting two-term, because we are voting two-term because developments are being brought in Nyanza. But there are no developments being brought. Ni two shiny things. Oh, Raila Amolo Odinga Stadium. Ilianzishwa na Uhuru, for God's sake. Hata kama imalizwa sahi, Uhuru ndiye alianzisha. Highways. Huwezi niambia highways zote zenye ziko Homa Bay Town zimejengwa sahi. Some of them were built during Uhuru's time, during Kibaki's time. So, you want us to vote Ruto based on developments. I was saying Musalia Mudavadi saying the same thing. He's behaving as if all the highways in Western have been built now. But that is not true. We have had highways from 2007, 2002. We have had highways here in Busia. But what we wanted is now to be able to have dual carriages because of Kavano Busia. Inataka dual carriages. Those things have not been done. So that they can economic growth ikue. So that trailers can be moved out of the roads because zinaua watu, zinaleta congestion. So it has all been a facade to Homa Bay, angalia town vile wameweka street lights, angalia Tomboya sijui university, angalia Raila Amolo Odinga stadium. Kumbe that is not what Homa Bay is all about. And I'm just asking those citizens of Homa Bay, why should you allow yourself to fight against each other? Mbona mnataka kuuana nyinyi wenyewe? Because that is just bad. And people of Mount Kenya, mliona watu Olkalau walikula do wakakataa kupigia watu wenye wataki kura. You also ungekula tu hiyo do, and you should not go and unabeba rungu, unabeba panga to fight your fellow Homa Bay person. Kwa sababu hakuna mtu mwingine alitoka huku nje atikwenda huku except those leaders, and those leaders also are Kenyans. So leaders of Homa Bay hawataki watu wao waende wasikize another group of people. I think that's why there is this issue of underdevelopment, because you guys are not ready to listen to opposite views. I remember people of Teso walikataa kuchagua Ojamong, who has been a governor for 10 years, hajafanya kazi, alafu akataa kuwa MP. Watu wa Teso walimkataza wakachagua another MP because they were able to listen to opposite views. Yeah, Ojamong anatoka governor anataka kuwa MP. Watu wakamwambia no, hatuwezi kupatia. Hata kama wewe ni ODM hatuwezi kupatia. Huwezi fail as a governor tena tukuje upewe MP yenye ulitoka ukienda governor. That is in Busia, whereby people are also brainwashed na ODM. Because this ODM brainwash inaonyeshana that we people who have been voting for ODM without a question, we have been making the worst mistakes, and that's why our areas are underdeveloped. We are not changing leaders. Leaders are ruling us for 20, 25 years, 30 years because of getting certificates from a particular party. And that's why this thing of ODM needs to die. ODM needs to die so that people can be able to have leaders that are accountable. ODM needs to die so that we can have leaders that can really work for the people. ODM, this ODM madness, people needs to leave. What waanze tu kutumia common sense, like people for Kenya when they elected David Ochieng. And David Ochieng worked. David Ochieng, I hear he wants to be the governor now of CI. Those are the kind of guys that needs to be elected always, because the guys that can come in, work for the people, make sure that they improve the livelihood of the people. Juu historia ODM must be ODM, it's messing up the lives of the people. Kwa sababu hao watu wanajua kisha kuwa na tiketi ya ODM, na kwanza when Baba was around, so long as they are friends and close to Baba and close to ODM, they will get the ticket. Once they get the ticket, you guys will vote for them. So they just don't care. Some even were not campaigning, wanasema wanaenda kusaidia Baba ku campaign for the national position, while in real sense they are escaping to be accountable huku kwa ground. Mbona mweke blocks za mawe kwa njia? Why? Why should you put blocks za kujenga kwa njia? Kwa njia hivyo, so that just watu wengine wasikuje kuwaongelesha. Those people are not even coming to take anything from you. They just come in, they do a rally, and then they leave. They're not even staying for a week. Why? Leaders of Homa Bay, Kaluma, and the group, why should you do that? You are equipping your people with pangas na rungus waende wapige the other group. But I also like this new breed of politics, because Sifuna and Babu walisema hiyo intimidation na impunity tukikubali tu hapa Homa Bay itaenda Siaya, itaenda Migori, itaenda other places in the country. So we cannot allow that impunity to happen. And they made sure that they entered Homa Bay Town. They dealt with those goons, because Babu alikuwa amemwambia kama polisi haiwezi fanya kazi yake. Na even you saw police were protecting Linda Mwananchi, but police were also attacked. Goons wa gava na wa blood based wali attack even the police. The police did a good job yesterday. The police did a good job. I can give them 60%. They did a good job. They did a good job. They tried to collect Linda Mwananchi, they worked with them, but entering Homa Bay Town was just another circus. Ilikuwa tu circus. Ni kama sijui Kaluma na Wanga walikuwa nadhani wakiingia Homa Bay kuna kitu watachukua Homa Bay. Nothing. It was just a rally, a simple rally whereby people come, talk, and tell people other messages, and then they leave. Lakini imagine even Sifuna could not enter through road because roads zilikuwa zimeblokiwa. Ni kama simu kulikuwa na control center yenye napiga simu. Sasa funga hiyo barabara. Even there's a road they were using ya panya route yenye people walipata watu wakieka mawe. Na hata kuna kingine kalikuwa na panga kakafukuzwa mbio. Imagine. Unaenda bado panya route mnaenda kuweka mawe. And even there's another place walikuwa wameweka kimawe kikubwa kwa barabara. Unashindwa hii mawe ilibebwa na nini? Na crane. Juu watu hawezi beba hiyo mawe. Imewekwa katikati ya barabara. Hey man, Linda Mwananchi walisafa jana. Vumbi. The roads being blocked. The goons. Because it was just a fight the whole day. Kuanzia Nyanza wakafika. Kutoka Nyanza tena kwenda Sindo. So Homa Bay now was the worst. Ilikuwa tu vita. Because it was like, watu wasiingie Homa Bay. Do or die affair. Watu wasiingie Homa Bay. But Linda Mwananchi also knew that they cannot allow this impunity to go on, and they cannot allow this impunity to win. And so they made sure that they must enter Homa Bay. And they entered. Though they did not hold a rally, but Babu Owino, Sifuna entered Homa Bay. It was a do or die affair. They had to enter Homa Bay. And they entered Homa Bay 1859. Waliingia Homa Bay Town. And they won against that impunity. You are arming young people with rungos, with pangas to prevent your fellow Luos from entering Homa Bay. So that was to preach another message. Because the message that is being preached in Homa Bay is not a true message. Tumangalia na development tukaona Homa Bay message is not a good message. ODM is messing up Luo Nyanza. ODM is messing up Luo Nyanza. It has messed up Luo Nyanza. The leadership, our leaders wote, they have messed up Luo Nyanza. Luo Nyanza needs a change. If they do not make that change now, wakiendelea tena ku lose their way, wasimake hiyo change sahi, then I do not think things will change. Because with this crop of leaders, wenye hata na prevent wenzao kukuja ku campaign, yani hawataki any opposite views. Hapa Western tunakubali kila mtu ODM, UDA, Linda Mwananchi, everybody is coming. And people are not even doing anything to the people, are just listening. And people are just waiting for the votes. Watu wanaweza tu kuheko, lakini watu hawezi kuja ati kukustop kuingia ama nini. In Nyanza, in Central, unaona in Mombasa, kila mtu anaenda, anaongea, anaenda. Lakini mbona Homa Bay watu wasiende, wakasema kitu wanataka kusema? Mnaogopa nini? Nini mnaogopa watu wataambiwa? Those are the questions that we are asking ourselves. We don't understand what is happening. So viewers, those scenes that we saw yesterday were pathetic, and those people of Homa Bay, they need to wake up. They need to understand that they have bad leaders. And yesterday we also shown how Homa Bay is looking versus what they are trying to show us that Homa Bay is like. And that's why Sifuna is saying, nyinyi mnadanganya tu ati na shiny things, ati Mudavadi is telling us Navaholo what road is being built. So what? So road is being built na watu hawezi afford kubuy vitu, hawezi afford kufanya biashara, watu hawezi afford kuishi, mafuta imepanda. Cost of living is high, cost of education is high, cost of healthcare is high. Na unatuambia ati umejenga barabara, so that is enough. Unataka kujenga SGR, that is enough. Alafu unatuambia ati if that other government come itatoa hizi maendeleo. No. Nyinyi vile Mau Rironi Road was supposed to be done by the French guy. Nyinyi si mlikuja mkatoa. Uhuru had already commissioned that road. Nyinyi mkakuja mkawatoa, mkeka the other guys, mkalipa fine. That road was already commissioned to be done for free. Nyinyi mkeka tolls. You think we people do not understand how things are being done in this country? Mau Rironi Summit Road is a business for the government na watu nyako kwa gava. Because you guys want us to, unataka kutukata tax, tena mdu toll for roads that we are using. What kind of nonsense is that? For 15 years, joma 20 years, mnatutoll barabara zenye tena tunalipia tax. Hii kitu ya PPE haiwork. Haiwork kama bado pesa yetu inatumika kubuild vitu, bado tunataxiwa highly, and again we have to pay for roads. Because kama unalipa barabara inamaanisha ndio pite kwa hiyo barabara na public transport, the cost of transport will go up because wataongeza hiyo cost ya toll kwa hiyo cost of transport. And Kenyans needs to have this, Kenyans, you need to know, you need to have this conversation, understand this government, there's nothing that is doing really for Mwananchi. Everything to them is a business. Even affordable housing is just a business. Ulisikia pesa affordable housing iliwekwa kwa treasury bonds na interest ya hiyo pesa hawajui penye ilienda. Interest ya affordable housing kuna watu walikula. Wanachukua pesa yako wanakukata, wanaweka kwa treasury bonds, zikishamachua wanakula interest. Now, hiyo interest ni wangetumia kujenga Mau Rinoni Summit Road. Ingekuwa tu a good president. Unaweka hiyo pesa huko for 2 years since it's a lot of billions, and then you use that money now to do some other developments. Kujenga barabara pale Homa Bay. Homa Bay has a lot of land, man. Kujenga water project pale Homa Bay iweko pale kwa milima so that that whole land ya Homa Bay ikuwe under irrigation. Why not? Homa Bay iko na a lot of land that can go into irrigation, man. Iko na lake. Why not pump water, have a irrigation there? Hey, we have leaders that are very poor, leaders that are visionless. Kama this is what we are having, Wanga is one of the most performing governors, now that is her county, then Busia is better. Busia is doing better. Though town yetu ni mbaya, lakini at least in these other areas you can see that even the roads, the feeder roads zinakuanga tarmacked at least yearly. Na county na MCA, watu wasema ati the governor has no. Counties and MCAs usually tarmac those roads. Hizi feeder roads zenye zina go to the main highway, they are usually tarmacked by MCAs. Even usually see those hizo mabango za county government with the MCAs wametama kaka barabara, wametama kaka, wamefungua haka. By the way, many roads have been opened up because of this MCA na county thing. Roads zote zenye zilikuwa kwa map zimefunguliwa so that watu wanaweza have an easy way. So viewers, I just want you to leave a comment and tell us what you think, because Babu and Owino and Sifuna and Orengo showed us that Babu especially and Sifuna, because those are the young leaders, they showed us that there are a breed of leaders that will not allow impunity. And this country, we cannot allow impunity. That's why the Gen Z hata pia walitoka, impunity ilikuwa so high, madharau ilikuwa so high. Huyu MP mwenye ameenda sijui DCP alikuwa anasema ati Gen Z wako Illuminati, ndio maana wana oppose finance bill. So I want you to leave a comment. This is One Bold Brain, the heartbeat of political analysis, and as always, see you.